Howdy, this is Kane Cornes, and this is what really happened. What I'm about to tell you is the day that I knew I was finished. And it was something simple, it was something subtle, but it was a sledge from the two-time Brownlow medalist Nat Fyfe that really started having me question whether I was still up to playing AFL footy. Round 8, 2014, Port Adelaide are taking on Fremantle in front of 38,000 fans at the Adelaide Oval. Now, prior to the game, we'd done all our research on Fremantle, their strengths and their weaknesses, and Ken Hinkley had a great plan on how we were going to beat them. Part of it clearly had to do with our plan to stop their best player, Nat Fyfe. Now, I'd usually get the run with roles with the opposition's best midfielders, but because Nat Fyfe was the size that he is, and because of his ability to go forward and hit the scoreboard, we decided that Brad Ebert, Port Adelaide workhorse, was a better matchup for Fyfe, and he was the one tasked with stopping Nat Fyfe on this particular day.
So a bit of ring-a-ring-a-rosy going on. Fyfe and Ebert look like they're partners today. Look.
Unfortunately, halfway through the first quarter, Fyfe had already had about 10 possessions, and at the start of the second quarter, I got the dreaded message from the man in green, the runner, that I had the job of going and trying to stop Nat Fyfe. The message from Ken Hinkley, the coach, was pretty simple. Do not let Fyfe touch the ball. So at the next stoppage, I went over and stood next to Nat Fyfe. He looked at me in amusement almost. I'll never forget the look on his face. And he said to me, with the ball only sort of 5 metres away, he forgot the ball and he just looked at me and said, "Bring your old, skinny, frail bones with me. We're going straight to the goal square." Oh, here we go. So we went to the goal square. I followed him, of course. He cleared out Walters and everyone else from the rest of the forward 50. And there I am, standing all alone in front of the old scoreboard at the Adelaide Oval, one out in the goal square with one of the game's most dangerous players, who probably had, at that time, 15 kilos and 10 centimetres of height on me. Didn't take long for the ball to come in. There was a bit of a scramble, and in the end, Fyfe just got up and read it quicker than I did, snuck out the back and took a mark and went back and kicked the goal.
You'll know it right now. He's directly in front.
He looked at me and he said, "Told you, old man, it's going to be a pretty rough day for you." That was it, and that was the moment for me that had me questioning my football future. It took me another 12 months before I actually did retire, but I never ever forgot that sledge from Nat Fyfe. And what I did find is the midfielders just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. On a good day, I was weighing in at 79 kilos, and the likes of Patrick Cripps, Marcus Bontempelli, Fyfe, Dustin Martin, Josh Kennedy from Sydney are all upwards of 90 kilos, 95, even some of them would tip the scales at 100. There was no way that I was going to be able to perform the role that I could against these powerhouse midfielders who were just brushing me aside and making me look absolutely stupid. So Nat Fyfe, thank you to you for having me question my football future and reliving that day that was pretty much the end of my AFL footy career. I'm glad to see you go on to be doing big things in the game.